Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we're talking fading hyperpigmentation, tackling dark spots, and discoloration. If you watch a lot of skincare content here on YouTube like I do, you'll often be under the impression that to fade hyperpigmentation is almost an impossible task. You need a million different products. You need to wait like 2 years for any of them to work. And honestly, this just isn't true. If you layer, pair, and use the right products together in your skincare routine, you can actually get some really good hyperpigmentation fading results and not need a plethora of products to achieve it. To prove this, in today's video, I want to demonstrate the ultimate hyperpigmentation fighting skincare routine. We're going from cleansing right the way through to sunscreen. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know. So sit back, relax, let's talk fading hyperpigmentation. Now, before we get into this video, I would of course love to know what your thoughts are when it comes to these products or any other recommendations that you might have. Stand up in the comment section below and let me know. For today's video, I'm going to be demonstrating all of these videos on my face as we go through this routine. I'm going to keep it super chatty and free-flowing because I think sometimes that's the very best way of just, applying our skincare like we were doing our routine at home. If you enjoyed this style of more casual content, let me know by giving the video a big thumbs up and a like. This really does support me as a content creator, so from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So when it comes to fading hyperpigmentation, dark spots and discoloration, you need to remember that this actually could be triggered by a whole host of different things, from hormones through to diet, through to the environment around us. Some of us are just more predisposed to hyperpigmentation than others. However, there are some key ingredients that will, over time, help to fade and get on top of that hyperpigmentation, whatever caused it. I would just caveat to say that if you're finding that literally nothing is working, perhaps a trip to a dermatologist might be the most appropriate course of action so that professional can have a look at you face to face and work out exactly what your skin needs. Topical skincare can be a great, accessible and affordable option, and I've tried to keep these recommendations as drugstore as possible, but sometimes it does need that intervention, so just bear that in mind. For me, when it comes to my own hyperpigmentation, it's triggered by adult acne. I get a breakout, it takes forever to fade, and often leaves behind a pigmented mark. Using products like what I'm going to demonstrate today have really helped me to minimise the risk of those breakouts in the first place and reduce the heal time overall. So my skin confidence has gone through the roof, which is really why I want to share it with you today. So let's kick things off with cleansers. Now, a lot of people just think that the cleanser is just the place to start your routine and doesn't really have any value. When it comes to hyperpigmentation, please make sure you're choosing the right cleanser, because one of the key triggers for that hyperpigmentation in the first place is inflammation and irritation in the skin. If you're reaching for a cleanser that's stripping, drying, irritating, leaving the skin feeling really red and tight, that's just a sign that it's not working for you. Actually, going for something super gentle can honestly be the best way of kickstarting an effective dark spot and hyperpigmentation routine. So for me, the one that I would recommend to each and every one of you is this. This is the Harborist Balm to Gel Cleanser. I tried this about 6 months ago and it's been a revelation. It gets everything off like that. Multiple layers of mineral sunscreen, gone in a flash. Waterproof makeup disappears without a trace. And you don't need to scrub, rub, and really aggressively go at your skin to achieve it. I absolutely love this. I used it off camera when I was in the shower, just working into the skin, let it emulsify, and then when it rinses off, it's so hydrating, so nourishing, and honestly is like the gold standard in cleansers that will prevent the risk of increased hyperpigmentation by being just super gentle. So yeah, this one I would recommend to everyone. It's not super expensive either, because I find a little goes a long way. There are others out there. The Geek and Gorgeous Jelly Joker cleanser I love. The Ordinary cleanser with their added lipids is also a great option. I'll link a few in the description box below, as I will all the products mentioned today, but I think the gold star for the best cleanser to use in a hyperpigmentation routine has to go to this one. Now, next up, obviously going to use a quick eye cream. Often people will use the same products they use on the rest of their face under the eye, and if your under eye can tolerate that, absolutely go for it. My under eye is just a little bit more sensitive, so when I want to fade some of those dark circles and discoloration, I reach for this. This is the Garnier Vitamin C eye cream. It's like £9. It lasts forever, and this is honestly one of the best under eye treatments I've ever found. So you can absolutely skip this step and just use the rest of the products under the eye. But if you have super sensitive eyes like mine, maybe just reach for a product like this. It's a one and done, packed full of great hyperpigmentation and dark spot fighting ingredients. And it's like a treat for the under eye. So yeah, I've already applied this. So, you know, I look my best for you guys on camera, but actually it's so good. It's got an element of colour correction, so it works instantly. So, onto the routine proper. Let me take my glasses off because many is the time where I've started applying my skincare and realised I haven't taken my glasses off in the first place, and that just ends up as a hot mess. So really, when we're tackling hyperpigmentation, you need three things. Something which is going to calm and soothe the skin, minimize the risk of irritation and inflammation, which can be a key trigger. You're going to need something that actually reduces the amount of excess pigment being produced. Then you need a third thing, which is going to eradicate any pooled pigment that little bit quicker. So first off, let's just quickly touch on exfoliation. So you can use just about anything for exfoliating, from glycolic acid to lactic acid to salicylic acid, so many different options. But I find that just exfoliating once a week can honestly be the very best way of minimizing the risk of any excess pigment being produced because you're irritating the skin, but also give you some great results. So once a week, I'll use this. This is the PSA Skin Follow the Light Mask. This is wonderful. Sorry, I've got a cat hair. For those of you that regularly watch my channel and my skincare routines, I'm always surrounded in cat hair. So sorry about that. But this is beautiful. Blend of different gentle acids once a week. Get your glow game on point. Eradicate some of that excess pigment. And I think this is just a really great exfoliator. If you want to go for something different to this, then you could just use the ordinary lactic acid 10% once or twice a week, I think is all you need. If we over exfoliate, I think we risk increasing the amount of excess pigment. It's kind of counterintuitive because you're stressing out the skin. So that's dealing with the pigment that's already been formed, increasing cell turnover, exfoliating to remove that from the skin. Let's get on to the routine proper. So twice a day, every day, I kick things off with this. This is the ordinary Aloe 2% plus NAG 2% serum. Let me tell you, this is the best skincare product, bar none, of 2023. It launched this year and it's absolutely wonderful. So the aloe in here is going to calm, soothe, reduce inflammation, and the NAG is going to just complement the rest of the products when it comes to reducing the rate of excess pigment production. So it's like a multi-pronged attack and works so well. So I'm quite lavish with this. A couple of you, when I talked about this before, a couple of you read me to filth in the comments saying, really, you get through like one bottle a month of that? I do. I use a fair amount of it twice a day, every day. I'm never without it. My skin loves it. And yeah, because it's so affordable, I feel we can be a little bit lavish with it. But definitely start your routine off with that product because I think it will just work universally for everyone and really just like supercharge your hyperpigmentation routine. So once you've applied that to the skin, you can already feel like it starts to plump things out, calm and soothe, an absolute miracle worker. Then you're going to want to go in with your vitamin C. So each of these actives, I'm going to give you a higher strength and a lower strength option, depending, on your level of skin sensitivity. For me, I'm going to go in with my vitamin C dose with this. This is the Numbuzzin Vitamin Concentrate Serum. This is amazing. So in here, you've got 3 different types of vitamin C. You've got glutathione, which is going to double down on the benefits you'll see from that. You've got alpha-arbutin, which is going to further reduce hyperpigmentation. It's really a hyperpigmentation treatment in one, but I'm using it in today's routine specifically for the vitamin C. The fact that it's got so many other great ingredients, it's just all added benefits. If you want to go for a more gentle option, you're very sensitive to vitamin C, then I would recommend this. This is the ordinary ascorbyl tetroisopalmitate solution, 20% in vitamin F. Again, linked. You don't need to remember that name. It's linked for you. But this is a vitamin C derivative, so more gentle. Whichever you go for, you'll get great results. But for me, this Numbuzzin one is just amazing. I will probably put 4 drops to do the whole skin. I would normally take it onto my neck. I'm not because I've actually put my top on already. Normally I would do my routine straight out of the shower, but no one needs to see that now. So I did put my shirt on, which means I won't put it on my neck, but normally I would absolutely take it down onto the neck. And this just feels so good. You'll actually notice all of these products that I'm using today are fragrance free. I don't mind fragrance in my skincare, honestly. I think the element of the sensorial is something I enjoy. But if you're tackling hyperpigmentation, let's minimize the risk of any irritation occurring. And I think eliminating fragrance from your routine isn't really a bad shout when it comes to dark spots, hyperpigmentation, and just general discoloration. So that non-buzzing absolutely superb, and I recommend it to everyone. If you can't get it or you want to go for something more gentle, absolutely, that ordinary vitamin C derivative is also amazing. Kind of use what works for you and choose the right one for your needs. We're now going to come on to azelaic acid. So when I talked earlier about layering and pairing being key, I think just choosing one active ingredient to tackle hyperpigmentation is never going to be enough. It's just, the results aren't going to come quick enough, and I don't think you can get maximum results. You really need to layer and pair together. So I've just put on some vitamin C, which is one of the very best brightening and hyperpigmentation fighting ingredients. Azelaic acid is also great because it actually calms and soothes the skin, prevents irritation and inflammation, so it's going to dial back the rate of excess pigment production. It also will help to prevent that uneven distribution of the pigment, so if you find that you get like pools of hyperpigmentation in certain areas, azelaic acid will help. It's definitely one of those, like, I think must-have ingredients in your skincare routine, and there's lots of options. So the two here, we've got this. This is the Face Theory Lumizalia Serum. I love this, a great 15% high-strength option. There's got some oat alongside it to minimise the risk of sensitivity. We've then got this, which is the Geek & Gorgeous A Pad. This is a derivative, so super gentle. Both of these work really, really well. I'd say this for more resilient skin types, this for the more sensitive skin. I'm actually going to go in with the Geek & Gorgeous today. That's just because, you know, in the winter months here in the UK, my skin can be a little bit more sensitivity prone. So, you know, dialing it back a little bit with this is not a bad shout. I also find that if your hyperpigmentation is caused by breakouts, this azelaic acid derivative actually proven to minimise the risk of those breakouts in the first place. So for someone like me that has super oily and acne prone skin, the derivative might actually be the go-to. I love it. Oh, this just feels so good. It sinks in without a trace, no stickiness, no irritation. So if you're someone that's been put off by azelaic acid because the texture can be a little funky, go with that one from Geek & Gorgeous. You will absolutely love it. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. It's very early in the morning here in the UK. The birds are singing. They're chirping on the windowsill outside. Yeah, it's very, very nice to watch. So if you wonder what that chirping noise is, it's the birds. Right, so azelaic acid, on and done. The best pairing for azelaic acid, though, is tranexamic acid. So we've done vitamin C, we've done azelaic acid, we're now going to do tranexamic acid. And that's like the holy trinity, I think, when it comes to tackling hyperpigmentation. So tranexamic acid has acid in the title, but don't be alarmed. As long as they're not exfoliating acids, you can use acids together in a routine. You know, you've got azelaic acid and tranexamic acid. Both of them are fine to use twice a day together in combination. So don't freak out and think you're overloading the skin. It's all about knowing your ingredients and what you can and can't use together. So for the tranexamic acid, I'm going to go in with this. Let's see if I can actually, yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Bring it a little closer so you can. This is the Me Plus Tranexamic Acid Booster by Superdrug. So affordable. I think for this I paid, I think about £7, so affordable. Superdrug only here in the UK and Ireland, so I'd say a great dupe for this one would be the Naturium tranexamic acid, which I will also link. So if you can't get the Superdrug one, go for the Naturium one. It works just as well. Just for me, I personally love the price point of this and the fact I can walk down my high street and pick it up in Superdrug, which is one of my favourite places to shop. Again, just beautiful, and because all of these serums are water-based, it doesn't feel heavy. My skin doesn't feel weighed down, nothing's pilling, nothing's balling up. It's just, yeah, it just works. And that for me is like the core elements of tackling your hyperpigmentation. So we started with a gentle cleanse, we used that aloe to calm and soothe, and then we treated our existing hyperpigmentation with vitamin C, azelaic acid, and tranexamic acid. All together, those three, perfection. And now we're going to come on to a little bit of prevention to finish the routine off. So there's no point doing all of that if you're not protecting the skin against future hyperpigmentation. One of the biggest triggers being the sun, exposure to UV radiation. So obviously I'm going to be advocating for the use of sunscreen. But I also want everyone to pair their sunscreen with an antioxidant. So there's lots of different things hit our skin. UV light is one of them, but also there's lots of things like pollution, particulate matter. They hit our skin and stress it out. The oxidative stress can actually trigger the excess production of pigment, which is like the body's defense mechanism. So you need to use your sunscreen alongside a potent antioxidant to really get the double benefits of both and minimize the risk of future hyperpigmentation. the best place to start actually is in winter, because I often find that people's hyperpigmentation will become a little bit darker in summer when we have just more sunlight exposure. In winter is a great place to really get on top of your hyperpigmentation, and so I would encourage everyone to start now. Don't leave it till summer. Start now, and I think you'll see the benefits. So for antioxidant and sunscreen, I'm actually going to use two products from my own skincare line. This is the Mad About Skin All Day Protection Antioxidant Cream, and this is the Mad About Skin Sunscreen. So this one is currently £11.99 for 100ml of sunscreen. I mean, broad spectrum, tried, tested, we've released all the data. If you can find that for that price for 100ml, be my guest, drop it in the comments. I'm very proud of that price point, and I want everybody, I just want sun care to be accessible for everybody. I think we shouldn't be gatekeeping and overpricing sunscreen. It should be accessible for everyone no matter what their price point is. And this is actually a blend of 15 different antioxidants altogether. So instead of wondering about, do I use this one or that one, you don't need to. It's 15 altogether in here. So how I would use this is actually a new bottle that I'm just opening today. So how I would actually go about doing this would be to put one pump of the antioxidant across the skin, and then I'll go with my sunscreen on top. So I've got to start it off because this is a new bottle that I've literally just opened, but it's got an airless pump which protects all of those antioxidants in here. And then one pump will give you that. And I just blend that across the skin. Oh, and it feels so good. It's actually in a cream base, so it's going to be super hydrating. For anyone that's kind of, maybe skips their moisturizer because the skin just doesn't need it, this will give you just that touch of hydration without weighing the skin down, which is why it's my absolute favorite. And it just, I didn't create it with this in mind. I just created it for its beautiful antioxidant blend. But the fact it gives my skin a juiciness and a plumpness that I've never had before makes me so happy. And then, like I say, it's sunscreen. It's up to you how you apply your sunscreen. My recommendation would be to put one thin layer on, and then go over the top with another thin layer, because I think that gives the best application. Never forget the eyes and the eyelids, which again, I'm really happy with my sunscreen because I can use it on my eyes without them streaming, watering, and none of that. We can just use it across the skin, and don't forget the tops of the ears, because they get the sun too, and actually, unfortunately, this is one of the areas where we're seeing increased rates of skin cancers. So tops of the ears, eyelids, always non-negotiable when it comes to sunscreen application. I'll go in after I film this with another thin layer of that sunscreen just to, double down on everything, make sure that my skin is fully protected. But that is a whistle-stop tour, in a nutshell, is a full ultimate hyperpigmentation fighting routine. Now, of course, you can add to this. This is like the basic. If you wanted to add some peptides in, which I probably would, you can absolutely do that. You can add a little facial massage at the start, we're using that cleanser to really massage in. It's up to you, but this is the basics of a phenomenal hyperpigmentation fighting skincare routine. You use this for like 2 or 3 months and you will start to see really advanced and noticeable improvements, fading those dark spots and any discoloration, just giving you a more even skin tone. It's definitely helped me when it comes to my hyperpigmentation linked to my adult acne, and hopefully I've just been able to share that with you and given you a little food for thought. All the products are listed in the description box below. And if you were interested in those two Mad About Skin products, just to let you know, we have a free shipping offer for the UK at the moment. So now and we do fully tracked international shipping, so you know where your parcel is every second of the journey. So yeah, just to give you a heads up about that. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.